Now, obesity is a problem for so many Australians, and for those struggling with their weight, it seems surgery is becoming an increasingly popular option. New figures show that the number of Sydney-siders getting lap band surgery has tripled in the last 5 years. To tell us exactly what's involved and how it works, we're joined now by lap band surgeon Dr. James Ritchie at St Luke's Hospital, and in the studio is Sam Paris, who has undergone the procedure. Welcome, gentlemen. Well, thanks so much for joining us. Dr. Ritchie, we'll start with you. What exactly is lap band surgery and how does it work?
Well, basically lap band surgery is insertion of a small plastic ring around the upper stomach, just past the point where the esophagus joins the stomach. Now, this little ring has a balloon on the inside of it, and this is inflatable. It is connected through a tube to an injection port which is planted on the stomach muscle. So it's possible to tighten this little ring up after the surgery to increase the degree of restriction that a patient has and get them to lose weight by eating less.
And who can have this type of surgery? Who's it best for?
Well, basically, I think the initial most important point is that the patient is motivated to lose weight, because it's not an easy way to lose weight. There's a fair amount of discipline goes into it, a whole change of eating habits, a whole restriction on food types. So they have to be firstly highly motivated and realise that their weight problem is very important to them and that it's causing health problems. They have to have tried to lose weight for at least 5 years by conservative means and to have failed to significantly lose weight. Their body mass index should be above 40 or above 35 and accompanied by several medical problems that would improve with weight reduction. Now, the most important of these is probably diabetes, probably closely followed by sleep apnea, arthritis of the knees, blood pressure, things of that nature.
So it's not just for people with a bit of a spare tyre, it's for people who have significant weight problems and who've been assessed by a doctor, is that right?
Yes, that's right. It shouldn't be an operation that people look to just for cosmetic reasons. It should be people who have significant weight problems that are impacting on their health, and they should have failed to lose weight with concerted efforts by diet programs, etc.
Now, how much does a procedure like this cost?
Well, if a patient was to pay for everything out of their pocket, it would be in the order of $15,000 to $16,000 because the band itself is a highly expensive item that contributes a lot of the cost. If they are fully insured, then the cost is around about the $4,000 mark.
That's very interesting. Now, let's chat to Sam Paris, who's been through the surgery. Good morning, Sam. Now, I believe you had the surgery about 7 years ago, is that right?
About 7 years ago.
What made you decide to go down this path?
Just tried everything, yo-yoing, depression, had to do something, and this was the only avenue I could find.
And what did it feel like after you'd had the surgery? Was it very painful?
No, I had a bit of a sore tummy, like someone had probably punched me in there, but that lasted for about a week, and then after that it was business as usual.
Now, of course, what everybody will be most interested in, what can you eat? How small are the portions?
Small portions, small bowl, a small Asian bowl is what I started with, and I think the trick is to just eat slow and just to learn to eat slowly. Yeah.
And can you eat anything, or you can only have pureed foods?
Oh no, just about anything. Sometimes red meat's a little tough, some breads, but yeah, basically anything, as long as you eat nice and slow, it's pretty good.
Now let's have a look at some before and after pictures. How much have you lost in the last 7 years since the operation?
Approximately 80 kilos. Yeah.
Wow, that's significant. And have you had to have, I mean, a lot of people say that it's not just the amount of food you eat, but the role food plays in your life. Has diet and exercise and all of that been a factor for you?
Of course. If I didn't take the road of exercising, I wouldn't have lost that amount of weight. Dr. Ritchie did tell me that, you know, in order for the band to work and give you 100% success, give it 50%, it'll deliver the other 50. And yeah, it's been all great.
So what do you say to people who claim, oh, it's just a quick fix and why don't you go the hard way?
Well, it's not a quick fix. It's not a quick fix. It's a learning experience. It's having to learn to eat all over again and listen to yourself. Listen to yourself when you say you've had enough. Enough is enough. Yeah. And
do you recommend it? Do you think it should be more accessible?
It should be more accessible. Yeah, I highly recommend it. I should have had it done a long time ago.
Thanks so much,
Yeah,
Sam.
you're
Dr. Ritchie, I had one more question for you. I know in America, more and more teenagers are getting this operation, which is kind of quite controversial. Is the same in Australia, and what do you think about that?
Well, certainly I think more teenagers are having the surgery in Australia. I'm a little bit ambiguous about it, because I think that basically it is an operation, as you've just heard Sam say, it's an operation that really requires the patient to do the right things, and that basically is having small soft meals, chewing thoroughly, eating slowly, avoiding sweet foods, and I think some young children would be unable to comply with the requirements, and they wouldn't really be motivated because they wouldn't really understand how important it was for them to lose weight. So in my practice we have a cut-off point of about 15 years of age, which is quite young, but I think at that age teenagers are able to appreciate the problems that the weight is causing them, and they are motivated to lose weight because they do perceive it's causing them to be isolated in their society, and they are prepared to work at it. But I think younger than that, I just doubt that the children really are able to comply. Who's going to monitor them if they go out? Are they going to eat ice cream, chocolate, things like that that will sabotage the surgery?
Yeah, good advice. Listen, thanks so much, Dr. Ritchie, for your time this morning. We'll let you get back to surgery. And thanks, Sam, for coming and sharing your story with us.